We are neither nutritionists or medical providers. The topics discussed on this show are from our own research and experiences. Please consult your medical provider before attempting anything discussed on this show.
Welcome to another episode of Shogun Strong.
I keep missing the cue. This is Lupe.
You know, it's only our, 95th episode?
I know, but live, this is our 4th episode, so yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
live's a
about
little
that.
different. You got the video, those cameras staring at us.
So yeah, welcome to another episode of Shogun Strong.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Lupe.
And this is your podcast discussing how to live an active and healthy lifestyle despite a diagnosis of Sjogren's.
Hi, everybody. Happy hump day.
It's Wednesday already. Believe it?
Today, I decided to wear white because I was looking at the episode from last week and everything was dark and we're wearing black and we just looked like bobbleheads.
She
It was
a
funny.
floating head.
It was funny. Anyways, Hi, everybody. Today, we're actually going to talk about dry eyes.
That we are. And it's typically one of the first symptoms that people experience when they're dealing with Sjogren's. So it's also Dry Eye Awareness Month.
You know what? That's funny that you say that because I didn't know that, but I was scrolling through my feed, or not like that. How? Anyways, I was scrolling through my feed and every other post was about dry eyes. And I'm like, shoot. So perfect timing.
Then the light bulb went off and 2 and 2 equaled 4 and perfect timing.
Well, the episode was planned already, but it totally worked out. So dry eyes. What's dry eyes?
So, dry eyes, one of the primary causes is the damage to the tear ducts. Therefore, we can't produce tear, which is what moisturizes the eye. So now we have dry eye to deal with.
And a lot of people suffer from dry eyes, whether you have Sjogren's or not. A lot of people suffer from it. So,
yeah, that they do. It can be attributed to other things as well. I mean, living in the desert, you probably have dry eye.
Okay.
Because it's the desert.
If it's windy, you have dry eyes.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. Like if you have Sjogren's and if you have chronic dry eyes, weather and wind and everything, it just makes it worse.
If you're skiing, dry eye.
I've never been skiing, but moving on. So for dry eyes, let's see. When I didn't know I had dry eyes until the doctor told me. I went to an ophthalmologist. Well, my rheumatologist asked me, when I was diagnosed, do you have dry eyes? And I said, I don't think so, because how do I know what it feels like not to have dry eyes? Because I don't know how long I've had dry eyes. So I said, no, I don't think so. So, he sent me to an ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist, they stick this little piece of paper. I don't know what it's called, but a little piece of paper in your eye. It doesn't hurt. And it tells them if you have dry eyes or not. Do you know how that works?
Was there a dye added?
No, I don't believe he added the dye. He just stuck this little, I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like tissue paper. And I guess maybe it didn't get wet. So he's like, yep, you have dry eyes. So he prescribed Restasis. And so I started using that for several months. He said I wasn't going to feel relief for months, weeks, possibly even months. So I started using that. And I don't know if he told me or not, because I don't remember, but I keep my Restasis and every other eye drop, I keep it in the fridge. And
yes, where the lettuce should go. We don't have lettuce, we have Restasis.
Wake up, Brian. Okay, so I keep it in the fridge, and obviously it keeps it cool. And when I wake up in the morning, your eyes are all crusty. You go for your phone, and you're like, I can't read any of this, right? Because your eyes they're crusty, they're shut. Everything is blurry, so I can't read my messages. So I go straight to the refrigerator and I put eye drops, a couple of eye drops in both eyes for Restasis. And it just feels like heaven, guys. If you guys don't do that, I recommend you do that. It's just I don't know.
What are some of the other eye drops you use or have
Um,
used?
I like Sustain, and I like Refresh with omega-3.
And the omega-3, the fish oils and oils being introduced help with dryness as well.
Mhm.
We actually give our dogs a little olive oil with their food during the summer to help with their skin so it doesn't dry out. But the omegas are really good.
Yeah. So it helps. And you know what? For those of you that are watching live or that will watch or are watching on YouTube, I have a few props that I wanted to show you guys that I use that help me. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask us. I have my phone right here so I could see. But
You can comment live on
Yep.
Facebook or YouTube.
so first, I wanted to show you. I zoom in. My Sienna eyeglasses, right? And when you put them on, I mean, you know, they look okay. They probably look thick, but they're really not thick. They're not thick. They're just like my regular glasses. But the difference here is that they're kind of curved, and it has this little silicone thingamabobber that goes around the frame. And when you put them on, it keeps moisture inside. So I like when I'm gonna wear them, if it's really dry, if it's windy, if my eyes just hurt, I use these. And but before I put them on, I put a couple of eye drops in, and the glasses start fogging up. So I know that it's working, and it's instant relief. I recommend that you, if you can, this is really good. These are by Sienna. And Sienna, they also have a sporty line.
They
something 7.
they do. They actually make a very similar glass for motorcycle riders. The really cool thing here is that silicone seal. It really creates a tight seal between the frame and your head, just trapping that moisture in, which is awesome. And as you could see, actually, why don't you zoom back in and go ahead and pull the.
So, oh yeah. So this is removable, right?
There's little magnets in it and
It's
magnets
magnetic.
in the frame.
So it just kind of snaps right in, right? And you could like, you know, clean it easily. And actually, this comes in. It comes in black and clear. But I have both. But I don't know. I kind of prefer these. And like I said, a lot of people think that they're thick, but they're not really thick. What they're looking at is this.
Right.
But they're very comfy. They have different sizes, different styles, different shapes.
And in reality, most people don't even realize there's a seal there.
Right. But they're really comfy. I use them when I go hiking because, you know, we love being hiking and outdoors. So it really helps a lot, especially on windy days or there's dust and stuff like that. So these are awesome. So.
And it was really cool. We went out to a Sjogren's support group led by Susan Barajas, and they had a Sienna rep there with frames and, you know, different the different frames that they offer and the different color seals, so you could actually try them on and kind of get an idea of what you liked and wanted. And then depending on the shape of your head, kind of determined what frames you could or couldn't use, if I remember correctly.
Right, because you can't use, I mean, if you have a bigger head or smaller than mine, I don't know, these were perfect for me because they sealed around, right? But some, it depends on your shape. They won't all work for everybody. So
Right.
So you definitely have to try them on.
Definitely.
Sienna, again, Daniel's great. He's the owner. He's great. And I know that you could go to a shop or you could go online, and they have this program like you're in front of the camera and stuff, and I don't know, the camera takes pictures.
They take some pictures of your head and will recommend frames and then send some out to you with no lens, nothing in them. You can try them on, make sure you're getting a good fit, and then you purchase them, and then they can either make lenses for you, prescription or clear, and or you can then get the frames with no lenses in them and take them to your local optometrist to get lenses made.
Absolutely, you can do that. And like I said, they work great.
I know she's hurting when she's sitting in a recliner with those on. I know her eyes are really, really dry. And it's been a great product for her.
They're awesome. I highly recommend them. They could get a little bit pricey, especially like for me, for example. Obviously, it depends on the frame, which frame you get, how much they cost. But I like getting progressives and transitions, and all that is extra and extra extra. So they can get pretty pricey, but so can these, right? So can regular ones. But I highly, highly recommend these. And this episode is not sponsored by any means. I'm just sharing what works for me because that's how I roll. I want to help. But I also wanted to show you a pair that before I got these Sienna ones, I was looking at sunglasses at Walmart or Target. I don't remember. Probably Target, but anyways, I don't remember. It was either Walmart or Target. And I found these glasses. They are sunglasses. And they're similar, except these have foam, and they're stuck, so you can't remove them. But these also work great. I bought these before I knew about Sienna, and I look like the Terminator. But these were great, and I think I paid $20 for them. So, but I use glasses, and I don't wear contacts anymore. I bought these when I wore contacts, but obviously, since I don't wear contacts, everything is kind of blurry if I'm driving or whatever. But
there's no prescription.
These were great. But they also have these. I think I've seen them at.
You can get a very similar frame. It's typically a sport frame with a foam insert. Prescriptions made at pretty much every eye shop.
Yeah, they are awesome. I also wanted to share.
While she's looking at that, thank you, Brenda, for chiming in. And Washington, you guys have been warm lately, so hope things are cooling down for you.
I definitely cannot read the screen. That's why I have my phone. You have really good eyes. I could only see the screen if I wear my glasses. But anyways, nor here nor there. But also, what I wanted to show you guys is this cool dry eye compress, right? I said that right because I always get that word wrong. But how this works is you could use this when you're laying down, right? Or they have this little Velcro strap.
Definitely don't use while driving.
So that's how they work. But you have to, they have like these beads.
Yeah, and you put it in the microwave, warm it up.
Put it in the microwave for 20 to 30 seconds. I actually don't recommend more than 20 because it gets really hot. And it's really funny because I was about to cut off this tag, and these are instructions, so don't cut it off, okay? Just if you forget how to use it, just read the instructions here. But I got these at I bought these from Amazon, and God, I want to say they were like maybe $25, and they were great. Put them in the microwave 20 seconds, or if you put them in for 20 seconds and they're too hot, just kind of let them cool down. And put them over your eyes.
And chill.
Yeah, definitely chill for as long as you can. And it starts loosening oils in your eyes.
Yeah, so it's kind of a cool purpose. That warmth is soothing and helps evaporate what moisture there is. And they do moisten your eyes. Plus, if you're suffering from blepharitis, to where oils have clogged the tear ducts, this will help loosen those oils and provide some relief there as well.
And you know what, guys? If you wear makeup, remove your makeup because look, Jeanette, can you zoom in on this? It has makeup. I don't know if you could see it, but my mascara and my eyeliner, So anyways, take off your makeup because then it's dirty, but you could wash it, but anyways. So
lesson learned.
Again, Amazon, about $25, I think. And again, not sponsored by this. So yes.
Cool. And, I think one of the biggest things that's helped with dry eyes, it's funny. If I wake up and my eyes are dry, I know she's going to be hurting. And if it's a weekend to where we're going to be home for a little while, I'll actually grab the big lobster pot and put it on the stove with water and just to get some moisture into the air. When we're really bad, we'll throw the towel over our head, over the pot, and just let that steam, soak in and loosen things up. But humidifiers, we talk about humidifiers a lot, but we have one in pretty much every room. You even have one on your desk.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about the ones at home. I have a humidifier in every room. Hi, Susan Barajas. You just chimed in. How you doing? You've used those before. Are these the ones you've used before? These are great. But going back to the humidifier, I have one in every room, and I don't know. I've had it for years, right? So they're old. So they were like $30. But a couple of months ago, I want to say maybe in January, we were at Costco just browsing, and we saw this humidifier with dual tanks and what did I say? 2 gallons?
Yeah, it's a gallon per tank.
It's a gallon each, but it's really cool. And you know what? I'm gonna bring up a post because I don't want to miss this. Okay.
They've got a few settings, and one of the cool things I like about this humidifier, it actually has an essential oils tray in the back of it, and we'll put cinnamon or something in it, and while the mist is hitting the air, we're getting it'll smell good too.
The humidifier was $79.99. I believe it was Home Medics. That was the brand. It has cool and warm mist, dual tanks, 2-gallon capacity. You can run it for 12 hours straight, depending on the setting. Auto shut off timer, and it said that the warm mist kills up to 99.99% of bacteria. So it's really good. And for those of you that have trouble sleeping, I run the humidifier and it helps me sleep. So
yeah, it's actually a pretty cool humidifier. And I mean, the other one, we might, if we're running it 8 hours, we'd have to fill it a couple of times. This one, we probably fill it once a week.
Yeah.
It's doing really well.
And it doesn't matter what kind of humidifier you get, but I highly recommend that you get one and run it. And I also bought a personal one. It's about this size. It's round.
Heart.
Oh yeah, like a heart, but I'm not doing the heart. And I keep it at my desk, and it helps me in the office, with the AC is running and stuff. So it really helps me. And I noticed that it was getting clogged up, or it wasn't working the way that it should be working. So I brought it home, asked Brian to clean it. He's a sweetheart. Cleaned it for me. He put a new filter in it, and I started using distilled water, and it works great. It has a lot of power, and it's funny because I was running it, and I walked away from my desk for like 15-20 minutes, and when I came back, my keyboard was wet. My desk was wet where I keep it, and I'm like, where's that coming from?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that my body was absorbing all that moisture.
And you're breathing it in.
Yeah, because when I'm sitting at my desk, that doesn't happen. It's just I walk away for 10-15 minutes, and yeah. So it's awesome.
And one thing she started doing there, and we're going to start doing at home, is running distilled water in it. Just, they don't get as dirty as fast. And that was the biggest problem with some of the humidifiers we've had. We're running tap water, and all the hard particles in that water clog up the heating element, and then it doesn't work as well, and it's like cemented to it. So we soak them in vinegar or lemon juice to help the acids break it up and chisel it away, and it's just not fun.
And if you do use tap water, you definitely have to take it apart, clean it, because it has like you said, the cemented, right? You almost have to use like a hammer and chisel. Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad.
Yep. So distilled water helps that. It helps keep it. It actually produces a little more moisture and doesn't get as dirty. So it's a big help.
So highly recommend it. Again, the little one, Amazon, $25. I actually have a couple. I have one at work. I actually want to bring one into the studio because I'm coming almost every day to the studio. And I have one at my home office. So they are awesome. Highly recommend. And what else here is on the list?
Punctal plugs.
Punctal plugs. I don't have any experience with them. I know they've worked for a lot of people, and a lot of people that I've spoken to over the years, they've used them. But I don't know. Can you talk about it? Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, I mean the people we've talked to, I know sizing them can be an issue, so you might have to, go back to get a larger one because it fell out. It seems like the people who have gotten them love them. They seem to do a really, really good job. I don't know if I could. I'm not a good patient, first of all. And when it comes to my eyes and the whole puff of air getting close to my eyeball, contacts never happen with me. Never.
This guy, he says that I'm not a good patient, and he's not a good patient. He doesn't go to the doctor. He doesn't go to the dentist. So it's him. But no, the people that I've spoken to, via Instagram, Facebook, messages, that have Sjogren's, I guess they have different sizes, and if you get them too big, they pop out. Or also, you could get your tear ducts cauterized.
Yep, they do cauterize them as well, which would have the same effect as a punctal plug, but you can't really reverse the cauterization.
So there are several options. I'm definitely when I mentioned it to my ophthalmologist, he said my eyes, like, I wasn't there yet. My dry eyes weren't that severe. So even though I feel they are, but apparently not. So lucky me. But I don't know. So like I said, I can't talk about personal experience because I don't know. But those are options.
Now, one thing you can talk personally about is your itchy eyes and your makeup.
Wiki, wiki, wiki. That's me scratching my eye. Somebody chimed in. I've had the punctal plugs, but they don't stay in for me. Yeah. See, a lot of people have said that. So thanks for commenting, Kim. Appreciate that. When my eyes get itchy, because when you have dry eyes, they feel itchy, like you have sand in them, very sensitive to light. When I didn't know I had dry eyes, I became really sensitive to light, and I feel like I had to wear my sunglasses inside because they were awful, but itchy. Every so often my eyes start itching, and I think that maybe it's the eye drops that I'm using, the Restasis, because as soon as I put them in, my eyes start itching. And I think sometimes they do expire, even though they say that they last forever. But when my eyes do start feeling itchy and just irritated, I throw away the ones that I have. But makeup, I replace my makeup. Not all the time, right? Because it's expensive. But if my eyes start itching and becoming very sensitive, I replace all my makeup, starting with my eyes, with my eye makeup.
And that's helped.
Yeah.
The part of the problem goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or sometimes you become allergic to detergents that you're using. So, I mean, just because you've been using something for a long time, eventually you become allergic to it. Because I used to wear whatchamacallit, liquid liner. And I became allergic to it. I had to stop wearing it. So I started wearing pencil eyeliner. So also, you guys know what I did? Jeanette, can you zoom in on my face? Not that you could really tell, but...
You're coming off mic.
Oh, not that you could really tell. Thanks, Brian. But I actually got my eyeliner tattooed, and I love it. It was a really good decision for me. Okay, you can zoom out. You can't really tell, but I'll post.
I was concerned about her doing this because we know with Sjogren's, healing can be, difficult. It can take a long time, and she'll get a cut or a scrape, and it'll take 3 months to heal. And she's telling me she wants to get her eyes tattooed, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I understand. Less makeup, less eye irritation, less itchiness. However, it is a burn. And fortunately, she healed really, really well.
awesome, guys. I have two sisters. I'm gonna out them because I don't know if anybody knows, but I have two sisters. My oldest sister, she got it, and I didn't know for many years that she had it. And then another sister, she got her eyeliner tattooed. And one day I saw her, and I was like, "Man, your eye makeup looks great." And she's like, "Oh, thanks. I've been, it's a new eyeliner that I've been using." And
And
so,
she went out and bought it.
and I went out and I bought and hold on, I'll read that. And I bought the eyeliner that she recommended, and guess what? I find out a few months later it was actually tattooed. So I thought long and hard about it, and finally I decided to get it done. And you know what, guys, it's I was really nervous about it because again, I didn't know how it was going to heal, but I healed great and best decision I've ever made. And since I stopped wearing eyeliner, my eyes don't bother me as much. I mean, they irritate me a little bit, but not as much. So, and actually, I have a shogi friend. She lives in Washington and she had it done because, I had a good experience and she loves it. So, I mean, it's up to you, but it was a great decision for me.
Which
so.
is really cool. Go ahead and throw that comment up there, Janetti.
So if it's okay, my eye doctor swapped my Restasis with Zidra. I don't know how to say that word. I also used a refreshed liquid gel as needed to daily, but I found that both prescriptions did burn at first. Did the tattoo liner hurt? So a couple of things. The Restasis does burn at first. I'm gonna say for a couple of weeks, maybe even months, and it does burn, but after a while your eyes and your body get used to it, so it'll stop burning. I promise it'll stop burning. But then if you stop using it, I don't know, for a couple of weeks and then you go back to it, it's gonna burn again. I don't have that's for stasis. I don't have experience with the other one, but it probably works the same way. And regarding the eyeliner tattoo, did it hurt? It
Did they numb it?
Oh, yes, yes. They numb it with the Q-tip, the top and the bottom, and, you walk in, they numb it, I don't know, about 20 minutes before they start, and then they numb it again while they're prepping the needle and everything. But, this lady did an awesome job. If anybody's local to, Southern California, I don't know if you guys wanna get it, I'll give you her info, but, it does. I'm not going to say it burns, but I mean, it is a needle, right? And it's close to your eye, so you don't want to move. But it did hurt a little, but it wasn't so bad. The lady, she was very experienced. So, and the line is really straight. Great job. You know why I thought about it? Because of course, I took to the internet, right? And I saw all these botched jobs, but it was great. Susan says that she uses. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that name. Zydra, and it does burn. But if you refrigerate it, it burns less. There you have it. It burns less, and it's awesome. It feels really good in your eyes. It's really cooling. Yeah, really refreshing. That's the word I want to use. Do I see a lot of comments up there? They're not popping on my.
I think we've addressed the majority of them. If we missed you, we apologize. Thank you guys for the comments. That is awesome.
I think I've responded to all of them. And
if she didn't, I'm sure she will later.
Yeah, if you have questions, I'm pretty sure I did, almost 100%. If I didn't, I'll definitely chime in later if you have any questions.
And first and foremost, I kind of want to throw a little disclaimer out there. We've talked about a lot of products that Lupe has used. This is not a sponsored episode. These are just things that we've found and she's found work really well for her, and sharing that information is might be helpful for some. Now these are all experiences she's had with these products, so do your research. Don't get other opinions.
Yeah, definitely. Because what works for some people, it doesn't work for others. So a lot of people just joined in. So I want to show you. I just kind of want to recap because I think we're pretty much done, right?
Yeah, we are. We can recap real quick.
So I just kind of recap really quick and show you the product.
She's like a QVC person now.
Sienna glasses, right? That have this removable silicone seal, and we went to a children support group with Susan Barajas, and that's where I found out about this company. They were great.
And then one other thing, we did an episode with Daniel, the owner, a while back. So if you go to sjogrenstrong.com and search Sienna, it'll pop right to the top, and you can learn more about him, the company, the glasses, and where you can get, hooked up with them.
Yeah. So these here, and again, they come in many shapes and sizes and all that good stuff. And I also have these sunglasses, and I bought these at Walmart or Target, and they were about $20. So I'm pretty sure you could still find these.
And they have a foam seal.
Yes, they
to
have a
help
foam.
trap moisture.
The foam is not removable; it's stuck, right? So you're gonna have to clean it, but you can't remove it. So, anyways, these are pretty cool too. $20. And the dry eye compress, and you stick it in the microwave for about 20 seconds, no longer than that. And if it's too hot when you put it on your eyes, just kind of remove it and let it cool down a little bit. And
don't cut the tag, because those are the instructions.
I was about to cut off the tag, and I started reading it, and I was like, "Whoa, those are the instructions!" Because I was gonna look it up how to use it again, because I don't use it all the time. Because you know what, honestly, I get home, I'm tired. I turn on my humidifier, but when my eyes feel really, really dry and I'm watching TV, I put on my Sienna glasses, or use the compress. Keep it on your eyes for as long as you can, and you could repeat a couple of times, I think. So, but you have to, like everything, you have to use it constantly, right?
And one last thing, and I meant to bring it in to discuss it a little more detail, but we'll do a post on it this week. The foundation just announced today, I think it was, that they're doing a dry eye drug trial, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll post on that with a link to it, so you can learn more about it and see if you're in an area that has a doctor that's actually supporting the trial.
Yes.
And go from there.
And the humidifiers, I meant to bring the personal one that's about this size that I keep at my desk, and I didn't. I forgot, but I'll post on it. I've done a post before, but anyways, humidifiers, they work great. So
humidifiers rock. They make life so much better for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if you feel dry? How do you think I feel?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but anyways. I think that's all we got for now regarding dry eyes. And I mean, again, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about,
let us know.
We'll do research on it, and we'll definitely do our best.
And if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate that. And if you're listening, we appreciate you subscribing to the show on your favorite podcast player. And maybe you do both. You can listen while you're driving and watch when you have time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I find myself going back to the shows ever since we've been, doing it live. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So anyways, remember, for those of you that watched or listened to last week's episode, I was really tired and dragging, and I got sleep, and I feel great, a lot of energy. So I think, I had done too much, and I rested, and I feel like $1,000,000 today. I think Brian's the one that's dragging today. But anyways.
I'm dragging today, but it's okay.
Take care of your eyes. Do your research. Use the products that work for you, and
share. Yes. If you have good experiences, bad experiences, share with the group. Sjogren Strong has a Facebook group that's private. So you can find it on Sjogren Strong page on Facebook, and so many awesome people helping each other in there with, questions and answers about you name it. So,
and
it's a great community.
The group, sorry, if you're off, sorry. The group, if you go into our Facebook, you can find the group that way. Yep. But the group private, it's called Living Sjogren Strong, because that's what we do, right? That's what we're doing. We're living Sjogren Strong. So that's that. That's a wrap, guys.
Appreciate it. If you don't, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We appreciate y'all. We will see you next week.
Thank you for being here, and we appreciate you all. And until next time, sip constantly and stay hydrated, guys.
Thank y'all.
Bye.